guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we'll be doing the part 9 of Alternative Future, the World Series. The channel is kind of been in a flump, in a stump, in a rump. But yeah, let's just get, oh my god, let's just get straight into the video, you know? Looking over here in South America, we can see that a division is taking place between Paraguay, and also we do see a little bit of land being ceded over to Brazil. But yeah, we see Argentina take a little bit of land right down here and right here. And then we also see Brazil take all this land. And then we see Bolivia take this land. So yeah, the division of Paraguay happened. And you know, Paraguay was not going to last long at all. But yeah, you know, it was obviously not going to last. But yeah, let's go on to our next conflict. South Africa buys a lot of land out of the East African Federation for probably like millions or billions of dollars or trillions, maybe like $1 trillion. But yeah, and also we have like a thing happening. We have Ethiopia leaving the East African Federation. Now it's basically like the East African Federation is basically like you can leave or join whenever you want type alliance. So yeah, the East African Federation has definitely been weakened by the powers around it. Well, not Ethiopia, but you get what I mean. Next up, we kind of have the same thing they tried to do before, but we do see European um what is it called? European unionizing. So we have Austria, Germany, and we have Czech Republic and Slovakia to make Czechoslovakia. And down here in the Balkans, we have Hungary and Serbia and Romania, and all this. It's like the relations are starting to be repaired. It's like, how dare Serbia kill the Archduke of Hungary, or how dare Hungary take Transylvania away from Romania, or how dare Serbia not recognize Kosovo. But that was like 100 or 200 years ago, so it doesn't really matter anymore. And also, you know, to make Europe a little bit more recognizable, we do have Ukraine giving back some of their land in not Hungary, giving back some of their land in their own country. So yeah, I think it went like that. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Europe is looking much more recognizable, and also um yeah. So let's just get rid of this line really quick. And yeah, and also we have a Baltic Union. So a bunch of unions have happened in Europe, and you know they just want to stay safe. They don't want to, you know, be hee ha 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 hee ria. Oh yeah, let's just make one more union over here in Europe. We have Romanians and Moldovans coming together to make just Romania. But yeah, that's Europe. Finally Europe changed, other than Catalonia and you know like Catalonia and the European Union. But no, there's more, because Scotland has a vote to break away to the UK, and they rightfully so. So I think it goes like that. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Scotland is now an independent country, and Northern Ireland gets the same thing, and they rightfully accept, and they just they they join Ireland, you know. So yeah, that is New Europe. Next, not conflict, but union. I promise this is gonna be the last union. We have China and Tibet deciding, you know what, we're basically the same country. China has returned. Just on the WDO side. It was on Russia's side for a little bit, but you know, it was like, wait, I just realized we're never gonna win if we're with Russia. So yeah, they decided to part ways, and now they're with the U.S. Taking a look at the next conflict, actual conflict, we have Saudi Arabia declaring war on Georgia and Iraq. Kind of Iraq. It's like a blob. First, we have Saudi Arabia going up and taking the capital of Jordan, and ensues kind of Jordan's collapse. Yeah, they have a couple. They have the capital, I think, of Syria, but estimated location, and Jordan basically just starts dying, and Jordan surrenders. But while that happened, we do see Saudi Arabia going a really big push into Iraq. I mean, Iraq is probably the weakest country because literally they were at war with what is it called, Iran. They lost, and then they got to war with Turkey. They lost, and now Saudi Arabia. You went to war with the three biggest powers in the Middle East, and you obviously know what's gonna happen. So yeah, um, they go up and they don't even have Baghdad anymore. But yeah, they go up, capture whatever capital it is, and Iraq surrenders. So you guys have to appreciate it. But yeah, we have full annexation by Saudi Arabia. Georgia gets integrated, and Iraq gets integrated. But finally, for our last thing, thang, thong, thong, thung. Wait, no, it's not last. No, we're not. The video is not over. We have Saudi Arabia annexing Yemen, Oman, and yeah, it's just the UAE and Qatar remaining in the alliance. Yeah, it's kind of border war, but now they can name their country officially Arabia. So Arabia is now a thing. And, yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, so far we have the splitting up of Paraguay, um, South Africa completely like numbing. Um, yeah, Europa League, Ethiopia breaks away. A bunch of European, not colonizing, what? A bunch of European unionizing. Tibet unioned with China, and we have big union. Actually, I'll just get rid of that. So now it's just alliance between them and Qatar. So yeah, that's pretty cool for them. And yeah, let's get on to our next conflict. Oh, um, I guess the entire continent of Africa just exploded. Is that what we're doing now? But yeah, the entire continent of Africa has just exploded into a trillion pieces. Yeah, South Africa just wants. Yeah. So first, that happens, and so yeah, we have um, South Africa pushing up into the DRC. Yeah, the DRC parts of East African Federation, and they connect up with this lake, but then they're stopped by the Bluteam forces. They try and move into the Republic of Congo, but then they get stopped. Nigeria just bulges out everywhere they can, and it kind of works, but then they're stopped. Um, then we have this happening, but then they're stopped. Then they do this, then they're stopped, and they are able to connect down with that. Egypt and Sudan launches a full-on uh, thingy into South Sudan, which is that, and then they push into Ethiopia. Ethiopia's kind of getting sandwiched here, but that pretty that happens when you're outnumbered, in a war. You're like, oh no, I'm being sandwiched. When am I ever gonna? Next thing we have happening is NATO. Let's just say Africa, all of Africa decides to leave NATO because they just want to do their own thing in this war. But yeah, they start um their invasion of Morocco, trying to get their old lands back, and we also have an invasion of Algeria from the south. With that, these are probably all the Mali troops because who would want to invade here. And then we have Chad bulging out into Libya, yeah, and also pushing into a little bit of Sudan, but not that much because Sudan outnumbers them in a bunch of different factors, including military. But yeah, over here we do see the push-up. And you can kind of say this is kind of an equal war, but if you think about it, all of the blue team, all of the land they have is just desert, basically. But they want to change that, and they want to start pushing up and trying to get to their major cities, and it's kind of going well. Algeria starts to die. But yeah, you know, Libya starts to crumble and fumble. This entire spot right here is in the circle right here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Morocco pushes out all of these troops right here, and they start their push in. They capture Tunis, and that's the end for Algeria. Oh, not Tunis, Algiers, and they capture Tunis, and that's the end for Algeria. And for Tunisia, and then they capture Tripoli. This side surrenders after they capture the entire coast. They surrender, and yeah, they start pushing into Egypt, which is a big thing. If you can capture the Nile, you could probably win this war. But yeah, Nigeria is down here doing stuff, and they're not gonna stop. So they're just gonna push in, capture a lot of major cities on the coast. This is kind of a superpower, because they have all this coast right here. So that's pretty nice for them. They keep pushing into Cameroon, and they eventually surrender to the Nigerians. And yeah, um, then they start to push into Gabon, the Congo, Republic of the Congo, Central African Republic, and Chad. They're just kind of bulging out, trying to like do their own thing, and it's actually going really well because Nigeria has a lot of population, so they can conscript peoples. Yeah, so they do that, and now they're connecting up so they can South Africa can supply troops down. And it looks like this area right here is not gonna last long to the red team. We have South Africa making a landing on Madagascar, cutting the island into two pieces and making the island surrender. We have the Central African Republic. No, the Central African Republic. It's the East African Federation, right? They collapse and they surrender, and you can just see the sheer power. But the only way the blue team might be able to win this is if they capture, um, if they kick out the Nigerians out of the West African Union and they push into Nigeria. They have to capture Nigeria, Egypt, and Sudan to maybe have a shot at winning this war. But yeah, they push in. They push into Azababa. I think that's the capital. Capital. What? But yeah, these guys surrenders. Chad. Yeah. So what's going on over here? You actually captured the capital. That's actually great. Oh my god. Oh, the blue team has hands. The blue team has hands, bro. The blue team has hands. So yeah, no wonder the blue team actually is pushing back the Nigerians now. What? That's actually crazy. Like, oh my god. So yeah, they're actually starting to push back the Nigerians. And they even make a landing right here to cut off. But it probably won't last long because, they're encircled and yeah. But the blue team actually has a shot at winning this war. Yeah, so, that's a cool thing. And yeah, well, cool thing for the blue team. But yeah, all of South and Central Africa is all held down by, um, the thing. But then we have North Africa up here being like he. But yeah, um, there we go. So yeah, we have them completely pushing out Nigeria in the thingy over here, and they start their advance into Nigeria. Now, why is Nigeria actually choking this? Well, first of all, they're not getting that much supplies. Yeah, they're connecting up with South Africa, but South Africa is trying to deal with this thing, which is not good because they're doing things with the Nile River. And yeah, I did forget these pixels. Don't yell at me. But yeah, uh, Eritrea surrenders and they start their advance into Ethiopia, but it's a really small advance. I mean. So yeah, that's why Nigeria is actually crumbling. And yeah, so boom, Nigeria kind of just dies basically. Yeah, um, their entire front over here is gone. They start pushing back in Chad, and yeah, this is actually going well for them. But yeah, so Nigeria might die, which is amazing for them. Not so good for the red team, and the red team loses Nigeria. But the red team launches this massive, massive, massive counteroffensive to get back all the land they lost. So they push up, and they start capturing a lot of lands over here, and they even bring back a lot of Nigeria, and they start pushing into Chad, and with that they also bring back Sudan a lot of Sudan actually, but they can't push up enough to get to Egypt yet. But yeah, here is where we look at a peace treaty. Hey guys, Africa is completely different, probably for the rest of the year. So yeah, Africa, much different. We're gonna have a lot of unions because, yeah. So, looking at the peace treaty here, we can see that, the West African, the West African Union took a big chunk out of Nigeria, while Nigeria took a big chunk out of Cameroon, and Chad took a little bit out of Cameroon as well. And Libya took a little bit out of Egypt. Sudan got almost all of South Sudan. Eritrea got some land out of Ethiopia. So did Somalia. South Africa got Madagascar and some land out of there. Oh my God! Why? But I don't care about you, Ali. Okay, I could care less. But this thing is right there. And yeah, let's take a look at the alliance map. Looking at the alliance map here, we could see that the like the not the Africa, the Egypt alliance got a couple new members, only one. And then we have the South African order. I know I keep putting order in a lot of it, but yeah. Let's just take a look at the unions. Okay, that's one union. There's only gonna be one union. Okay, that's just only one union, right? Yeah, it's fine. We're not gonna. Okay, yeah, we're totally fine. I'm not gonna see any more Well, that's a big, big union. There's totally not gonna be another single Um, yeah. So yeah, Africa looks a lot more unified, you could say. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. I just gotta fill in all the changes on this map. I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you all maybe in the next alternative feature of the world video. I have no clue, but yeah, we'll find out soon. Yeah, it's my birthday soon. Happy birthday to me. But yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button. And wait, what's that? Okay. And I will see you all next time. Guten Tag. Wait, was that?